We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to stay above the 430s. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 2:15 p.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. And put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see, they're popping up within the screen, within the options chain. Some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY doing a full transition from the rip area to the dip area today, fighting to stay above the 430s. We're going to talk about what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot sent out a bear indicator at 8:40 a.m. and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the rip area to the dip area today. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, having a lot of volatility today with a bull indicator popping up when inflows crossed over and quickly getting canceled by a bear indicator in the second half, but outflows have not crossed. Now, we were talking about in yesterday's video how important it was for these inflows to stay above, because if those outflows cross downwards or even cross the midpoint, followed by a possible bear indicator, it could quickly start to reflect into these charts. And that's what happened today, right? Outflows began, bear indicator popped up at 436.60 area. It was fighting here sideways before those outflows crossed over at around the 435 area. And once it did, it hit lows down here of 432.78, and it fought there between the 432, 433.50 area, bounced back up to 435 and quickly rejected. And here it is in the after hours, breaking through the 433 area. And these inflow versus outflows are going to be crucial and critical going into next week. I would not ignore them. And not just that here on the 30-minute, but also on the 1 hour, guys. A bear indicator popped up and outflows have crossed. I would not ignore that as well. And it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to pick back up to reflect any possible strength into these charts, and a full transition has happened from the rip area to the dip area today, and that bear indicator popping up here at the 436 area would need to be canceled by a possible bull indicator, something to not ignore as well here in the 1 hour charts if these inflows were to begin. Now, when we zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see here on the 15-minute chart how these outflows were dominating in the first half. It started to pick up with inflows, crossed back over, got that bull indicator at 433.70 area, hit the highs up here at 435, quickly rejected the highs of the pre-market, right? That big resistance there where these outflows actually began again, crossed over, got a bear indicator here at 433.97, rejected again here at the end of the day as it tried coming back up, where that bear indicator popped up and coming back down to 432 area. So something to not ignore here is inflows are trying to pick up in the second half here towards the end. And if these inflows can cross over, it could quickly start to reflect that strength again into these charts as it did today in the first half. But if these outflows continue to dominate and that bear indicator continues to dominate here on the 15-minute, it could quickly reflect that weakness even further into these charts and roll that weakness over to the 30-minute and 1 hour charts as well. So that's something I would not overlook. Now, what are the key levels I would watch going into next week? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And the first support level I would watch is 432.50 area, where things try to bounce back up towards 434 in the second half of the day. And in the live video today, as we saw earlier on the 30-minute, these outflows had not crossed, and now they have. And on the 15-minute, it continues to be below it. And on the 1 hour, it crossed and has been going downwards all day, right? That is something to not ignore. And here we have it as the first support that I would watch down here at 432.50. And if these outflows continue even further on the 15-minute, on the 30-minute, and 1 hour, the next support I would watch is 430 area, guys. This is a tight range, and that's what I would watch to the downside. Now, to the upside, the first resistance level here is the high of the day. Double rejection up here in the pre-market and middle of the day at 435. And if that staircase effect can start to form, and in the process starting to reflect that strength into these charts, this bear indicator would need to get canceled by a bull indicator. These inflows on the 15-minute would need to continue and push through the midpoint to the upside to further reflect any possible strength here within these charts by canceling that bear indicator with a possible bull indicator. That will be crucial and critical, and roll that strength over into the 30-minute, bringing it back up. And the 1 hour, guys, even if it doesn't cross the midpoint, at least start heading towards it to get closer to it and switch from red to green. And then the next resistance above 435, if that can be turned into a support, would then be where the bear indicator popped up in the pre-market today, up here at 436.60 area. If you want to round that up to 437, you can. And that's the tight range I'm watching to the upside. And above 437, if that gets broken through, the next resistance above that is back up here at 438.50, where the double rejection happened here back on Tuesday. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, but the inflow versus outflow, I'm not going to ignore it as it's trying to come back up here on the 15-minute. If this could cross back over and start bringing that strength over to the 30-minute, bring it back up from red, bring it to green, back over the midpoint, and start reflecting that strength into these charts while also pulling up the 1 hour with it. I'll be watching that very carefully going into next week. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.